Murray!
Hello boxing fans, right now we're going to talk about Brandon Rios versus John Murray. Okay, now just looking at their natural attributes, you'll find that neither of them has a height advantage, they're both 5'8". Only John Murray has a 2-inch reach advantage, which is fine. Brandon Rios is younger and has boxed 50 less rounds than John Murray. And obviously Brandon Rios has a 72% knockout ratio, which is 20% higher than John Murray. However, I wouldn't particularly stand in front of John Murray because he can punch. He punches a lot harder than his record suggests. The fight is also in Madison Square Garden in New York City, and that gives Brandon Rios a home advantage as well. Looking at their records, we've got Brandon Rios with 28 wins, 1 draw, 21 by way of knockout, compared to John Murray with 31 wins, 18 by way of knockout to 1 loss, which was by knockout, and it just happened to be his previous bout against Kevin Mitchell. Now, at least one person who listens to this is going to think, wait 1 minute, John Murray lost his previous match to Kevin Mitchell. Why is it not Kevin Mitchell fighting Brandon Rios? And I'll tell you right now, it's because Kevin Mitchell has a criminal record and he can't get a visa to go to America. And the champion can fight wherever he wants to fight, and he didn't want to come to England to fight Kevin Mitchell, which is fair as fair as fair. So first I'm going to start with John Murray. How can John Murray win? Apparently, if you look on the internet, it looks like John Murray's already lost. I don't understand why that is. He's still got a puncher's chance. He's still got a decent chance. His style works straight into the hands of Brandon Rios, but still, you can be beat at your own game. It's not as if people have not been beat at their own game before. The only problem is people are giving John Murray less of a chance because the person who will have a better chance of beating Brandon Rios is obviously Kevin Mitchell, because he's got the style to give him problems, and he's quite a puncher with both hands as well. How would John Murray win? Well, basically, realistically as well, he would have to change his whole style. He would have to become more of a mover instead of a slugger, come forward slugger, which he is. He would have to start moving again. He'd have to take it back to basics, using the jab, looking for that uppercut, which Acosta landed pretty much at will throughout the fight, really. And as I said, if you look at the Acosta match, the uppercut was landing pretty much at will. And for that reason, because John Murray does like to use his hooks and uppercuts, he's also got a puncher's chance, which you have to respect. But it's not a big chance, like I said, it's a puncher's chance. It's like betting 10 quid or $10 on a 10% chance he'll win. Or less, maybe 95% Brandon Rios will win. Clarify, if either Murray lands a lucky shot, or he changes his technique around, because they're going to expect him to come straight at him, let's be perfectly honest. John Murray's not the most technical guy in the division. He's no Jorge Linares, put it like that. They're going to know what he's going to do, and if he changes it around, it might spook them for a few rounds at least, just to let him get a few rounds under the belt. Move on now to Brandon Rios, who's who's the puncher. He's got great movement coming in. He cuts down a ring really well. Against the movers he's fought, he's made them all stand with him at one point. And at that point, there's pretty much no point if you're a mover and you've not got a great chin. That's what happened with Acosta. He was well ahead on points. Going into the 6th round he got put down for the first time. He whitewashed all the scorecards going into the 6th. All of a sudden he starts taking some punches and he goes down. He's not got a chin. If it was against someone like Jorge Linares, we don't know. It might have been a totally different chain of events. But then again, you know what they say, don't you? They say, if your auntie had balls, she'll be your uncle. He's got a dangerous left hand and he's got a dangerous uppercut. That's a good thing about him, and he does close down the ring really well. Even if it's a really big ring, he can close it down well. I don't think he'll be fighting in a big ring. I think it'll be quite a small ring, pretty much, just so that it makes Murray want to stand and trade with him. I'm just going to tell you how I see it going now. I'm going to have Brandon Rios winning by KO. Unfortunately, I think that Murray's going to be outclassed in this fight. I think that even though he punches well and he may have pockets of success, I just don't see him doing enough, especially away from home as well, to get the win. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. And I think that Brandon Rios will cut down the ring very well, and they'll get into a slugfest, and at the end there's only going to be one winner of the slugfest, really. What's more important is, how does Brandon Rios win? If Brandon Rios wins by a close points decision, it's more of a moral victory for Murray, really. Brandon Rios has to fight well, because he's not fighting like the best in the division. He's fighting the 4th guy in Britain. You see, he's not even the best in Britain. He's number 4 in Britain. So he's got to win this well, because he's already number 3 in the world. So if he wins this, he'll be pushed on to a better fight. I'd like to see him fight the guys like Jorge Linares, maybe Antonio DeMarco. I'd like to see him fight them guys, and I think he probably will, especially Antonio DeMarco, because he suits his style, except he hits like a mule as well. And now just to clarify, I think we're going to go with Bam Bam Rios for a knockout, late rounds, round 9, I like round 9.